Hello everyone. Today we are at a grape farm in the state of California, one of the largest agricultural hubs in the world, to witness firsthand how billions of grapes here are cared for and harvested. Vineyards in California are mainly concentrated in the southern area of the San Joaquin Valley, where the dry climate, abundant sunshine, and ideal day-night temperature range allow natural sugars to accumulate in the grapes. These conditions have turned this region into the leading center of table grape and wine grape production in the United States. The period from January to February is when cultivation and seasonal preparation activities take place on most farms. To build a new vineyard, workers drive metal or wooden posts into the ground to install an automatic irrigation system and create trellis structures for the young vines to climb. After the irrigation system is completed, they continue digging holes and begin planting the seedlings. Thousands of grapevines are moved from nurseries to start a new life cycle here. On average, about 900 vines can be planted per acre, with a spacing of around 7 feet between each plant, enough for strong root development and for machinery to move conveniently between the rows. As of 2025, the total vineyard area in California is estimated to fluctuate around 120,000 acres, still accounting for more than 90% of the total grape production in the United States. After planting, the vines are tied to posts so they can grow vertically, optimizing sunlight exposure and air circulation. Most commercial grape varieties today require at least 3 years to produce their first harvest and reach stable yields after the 5th year. Winter is the season for complete branch pruning, a task that requires high experience and precision. Removing old branches helps the vine concentrate its energy on a new growth cycle. When spring arrives, green shoots begin to emerge. Farmers continue trimming leaves and adjusting branch density so nutrients are focused on the strongest shoots. Young shoots growing at the base are also removed to prevent energy dispersion. By May, most vineyards begin to bear fruit. From the formation of flower clusters to grape harvest usually takes about 65 to 75 days. During the fruit development stage, farmers apply plant protection measures to control pests and aphids. At the same time, cluster thinning techniques are used, sometimes removing up to 25 to 30% of the initial yield to ensure the remaining bunches achieve larger size, better color, and higher sweetness. Grapes are a crop that requires a stable water supply throughout their life cycle. During California's hot and dry summer, a mature vine may need an average of 8 gallons of water per day, most of which is delivered through automated irrigation systems to conserve resources and reduce evaporation. Late summer to early fall is the ideal harvest period when sugar levels peak and cooler weather helps the fruit maintain stable structure. At table grape farms, workers use specialized pruning shears to cut each bunch by hand. Each person has their own plastic cart to carefully place the grapes, preventing bruising and preserving the fruit's biochemical characteristics, a key factor determining freshness and storageability. Immediately after harvest, grapes are placed into large bins and quickly transported by truck to packing facilities located near the growing areas. Here, the pre-cooling process takes place to remove field heat and bring the fruit down to its ideal temperature in a short time. The goal is to reduce water loss and slow the grape's natural respiration process. The temperature of the grapes is not lowered abruptly, but gradually in stages to avoid thermal shock. Immediate exposure to extremely cold temperatures after harvest can negatively affect fruit condition. Therefore, grapes are first moved through a cooling tunnel for a short time, then transferred onto conveyor belts for sorting. At the processing area, each grape bunch is carefully inspected. Cracked, sunburned, or uneven fruits are removed. Some grapes are packed using perforated plastic film to allow airflow, while the rest are weighed and packed into export standard plastic containers, depending on market demand. Many grape containers are then placed into cardboard boxes with sulfur dioxide pads, a common antifungal agent in grape preservation. The entire process follows strict food safety standards. In recent years, California's grape production has typically fluctuated around 5 million tons per year, with wine grapes reaching about 3 million tons, generating billions of dollars in economic value for the U.S. agricultural industry. Nearly 50 table grape varieties are commercially grown here, alongside hundreds of wine grape varieties. Unlike table grapes, wine grapes are often harvested more quickly, sometimes by mechanical machines, since their primary purpose is juice extraction for juice and wine production. Carefully selected grapes pass through specialized destemming machines, using advanced technology to remove stems without harming the fruit. Post-destemming, grapes are sorted via optical systems with cameras and special lighting, employing image scanning and infrared technology to analyze each grape, discarding those below quality standards. Capable of processing up to 22 tons per hour, this system streamlines workflow and boosts production efficiency. Next, grapes enter massive crushers, handling up to 10,000 pounds per hour. Designed with gentle rollers and rotating paddles, these machines softly press grapes without crushing seeds, a critical detail in winemaking. Crushed seeds release tannins, imparting an unwanted bitter taste that compromises the delicate flavor profile winemakers strive for. The pressed grape juice, or must, flows into large fermentation tanks to develop the wine's signature taste. This process typically lasts 10 to 30 days, depending on grape variety, sugar content, and environmental conditions. Natural yeast triggers a chemical reaction, converting sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide. As CO2 forms during fermentation, it pushes grape skins to the surface, creating a cap that's regularly pushed down to let the wine absorb color, aroma, and tannins from the skins while preventing bacterial or mold growth. Once fermentation concludes, the wine is clarified and separated from solids, removing skins, seeds, and debris. This is done using filters or specialized equipment, efficiently separating wine from pomace. Filtration enhances clarity and reduces compounds that could cause bitterness or off flavors. Post-filtration, wine moves to aging barrels or further production stages, ready to refine its perfect flavor profile. Finally, when the wine reaches peak maturity, it's pumped into automated bottling machines, where bottling magic begins. Equipped with advanced sensors, these machines ensure milliliter precision filling, guaranteeing balance in each sip. Bottling is swift, filling up to 3,000 bottles per hour, showcasing impressive automation and quality control. Bottled wine is labeled, sealed, and carefully packaged for global distribution. From sun-soaked vineyards to the glistening glass on the table, each wine drop is a legacy of land, time, and dedicated hands. Over millennia, this sweet juice has evolved from ancient ritual to a symbol of modern sophistication. Today, in one sip, we taste tradition and innovation blended captivatingly. From a tiny seedling to juicy grape clusters on supermarket shelves is a long journey of technique, labor, and perseverance. How do you feel about the grape growing and harvesting process in California? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for accompanying Radiant Farming. See you again on the next agricultural journeys.